had a little bit of a problem where my brake keeps getting stuck on, my handbrake keeps getting stuck on this van. So I've been getting around it by sort of oiling up, putting a bit of oil on the old pads and discs, keep me going, but also by hammering it off with a little arm there, keep hammering it. But we'll have to see. I'm going to take the wheel off now and see what we find. Probably going to need a new bloody caliper. This looks a bit... Ooh, that's got really hot, I think. Let's see what happens, shall we? Can't find anything particularly wrong. I've given it a good oil up with this maintenance spray. Good old stuff that, actually. Giving it a good old oily up there on that little mechanism. That's the handbrake mechanism. Giving that a good old oil up. Still not perfect, but at least it releases now. And there's the tensioner. Giving that an oil up. Splits it from one cable. Splits it up into two. One goes around there and the other one goes to the other wheel. So at least now we've got, you know, it moves, it doesn't get stuck anymore. Still a little bit. Not as spinny as it should be. But the old handbrake, it's better than it was. Before, if you pulled it up, to first click, that was 2 clicks, but if you pulled it up to this first click, as you would do when you're parking, you know, and you've come where you want to go again, you do that, and it'll just be completely slack, you know. That would go up and down, flapping up and down, because the cable was obviously stuck, which is why the brakes were stuck on. But it's not like that anymore. It's nice and stiff now, so it looks like all the travel is gone, and you're pulling the cable straight away. So at least I've fixed that part. Little tip: make sure when you put your wheel bolts on, this also applies for any bolt really, but we're going for wheel bolts for now. Thread them all in by hand after you put your wheel on. Thread them all up to where they get a little bit tight. And never, I even see a lot of professionals do this, and you shouldn't really do it. Never put your gun on it when it's loose, because you run the risk of stripping a thread or doing something, you know. So if you do it, you know, so you know you've got a lot of thread already done, and then you want to go crossways. So you want to go from here, do it a bit, to here, a little bit, there, a little bit, there. Do it crossways until they're tight. So we'll go from there to there. Now we know that the wheel has been pulled onto the hub evenly, and it won't be on the wonk. Now you can just go around, still crossways, and do them properly tight. Well, it spins better than it did. Sorted some of the problem out, at least I think. Nice. Just see what happens now then. Go for a drive later and see how it goes. Put the cap back on. Sweet.